Hey everyone, it's Jake here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Go PvP video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the brand new cup that was just announced an hour ago, the Ferocious Cup. And this cup is going to have you guys running wild. No, but in all seriousness, guys, this cup is going to be really hype. There are no types allowed, or not allowed. There are no types included in this cup. It is purely a cup that is based on animals and features of animals, I guess. So to get right into this, guys, we're gonna be taking the first look at the Ferocious Cup. And some of you guys may be asking, well, what is the Ferocious Cup? Well, the Ferocious Cup is a cup that is designed to make you think outside of the box, especially with no types included. All things allowed are going to be as follows. The Ferocious Cup is limited to Pokemon that are land-based, that walk on 4 legs or 2 legs with a tail, with a few of exceptions. So Pokemon based on amphibians, humanoids, and monkeys are not permitted in this month's cup. So we will not be seeing things like Vigoroth. We won't be seeing things like Primeape, I don't believe. And then as well, grass flying and bug type Pokemon are also banned in the Ferocious Cup, which makes sense because they aren't Pokemon that walk or are on 2 legs, I guess. And then other bans like Bastion, Zweilous, and the starter Pokemon are also banned from the Ferocious Cup. I could definitely see why Bastion and Zweilous were banned. They're super overpowered, at least at first glance. Looking at this list of Ferocious Cup Pokemon, Zweilous definitely is. I'm not sure about Bastion, but regardless, guys, here is the official graphic of all the Pokemon allowed in this cup. So let's take a look at that right now. So here, guys, are all of the allowed species. So as you can see, there's a lot less Pokemon in this cup opposed to the previous ones. You guys can pause the video here and gather these Pokemon in your game, or you could follow along right now with the PvPoke rankings at pvpoke.com. This is a really helpful website. You guys should really go head over there if you aren't already. They have lots of resources for you guys for each cup. But what we're going to do is we're going to look through what exactly the meta is in the Ferocious Cup. So number 1, we have Umbreon, a great Pokemon for the Great League in general. Has amazing bulk, has one of the best coverage for movesets in the game. But the downside to Umbreon here is that you might need the Last Resort, which is a legacy move, but based on this percentage, does not seem like it will be needed. But Snarl is definitely the best fast move for it, with the incredibly high amount of energy gain. And number 2, we have Suicune, so a good water type with some pretty good bulk with Snarl as well. And here it prefers Hydro Pump, and actually it prefers 2 water sets. So I guess you don't want Ice Beam for this. As you can see, it has actually key matchups against Umbreon, which is the top spot as of right now for this cup. And then in number 3, we have yet another water type, being Vaporeon, Water Gun, Aqua Tail, Hydro Pump, and Last Resort is optional, it seems. And then another not water type, because this Bibarel is normal, but it has Water Gun and Surf, which is actually a really interesting moveset to have. So you have that in 4th place. At 5th place, you have Alolan Ninetales, which has a wide variety of fast moves now with all sorts of different coverage. Powder Snow, Charm, Feint Attack, Ice Beam, Blizzard, and Psyshock for the additional coverage. You know what, I'm just going to read through all the eligible Pokemon for you guys right now, because going through this entire list with all movesets would be very boring. So let's just start from top to bottom, or from where I left off. So Piloswine, Lanoon, the Furret, the Nidoking, the Gramble, the Alolan Raticate, Donphan, Shelgon, Alolan Marowak, Skuntank, the Lickitung, the Delcatty, the Nidoqueen, the Alolan Sandslash, Minun, Mamoswine, Raichu, Pachirisu, Weavile, Ursaring, the Licky, Marowak, Hippowdon, Militank, Torkoal, Persian, Ninetales, Garchomp, Flareon, Rhyperior, Alolan Persian, Raikou, the Nidorino, Luxio, Zangoose, Aggron, Plusle, Perugly, the Zebstrika, the Sandshrew, Alolan Raichu, Houndoom, Exploud, Mightyena, Floatzel, Rhyhorn, Gabite, Kangaskhan, Sneasel, Tyranitar, Camerupt, Girafarig, Rhydon, Luxray, Absol, Entei, Liepard, Ampharos, Stoutland, Raticate, Heatmore, Excadrill, Grumpig, the Glaceon, Arcanine, Jolteon, Perdier, the Lopunny, Alolan, Sandshrew, Growlithe, Aeron, Manectric, Rampardos, Rapidash, Watchdog, Ponyta, Flareon, Flaffy, the Nidorina, Pupitar, Teddiursa, Tauros, Hippopotas, Espeon, Stantler, Phanpy, Cubone, Veneri, Spoink, and Cranidos, guys. So, that's it. We don't even have 100 Pokemon in the meta. And this is going from worst, or from not worst, from best to worst. And yeah, this is what tops the scale for this cup, it seems. So yeah, we have a lot to consider for this cup in terms of Pokemon. I can definitely see a lot of these Pokemon already are off meta, guys. So this is definitely going to be a really fun cup for those people who like to run off meta. Because there's just so many weird options you don't usually see in other cups. Things like the normal types you almost will never see in Freestyle Great League. So this gives you a lot of variety, but it also means there's a lot of Pokemon that you're gonna have to invest in, because I'm sure a lot of us have not invested in the majority of these Pokemon before. So we're definitely gonna get a feel of what it's like to play these off meta picks. So I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. Tell me in the comments down below what type of Pokemon you want to run for this cup, what Pokemon you think are strong, regarding or not taking too much, or not looking too much into these rankings. Tell me what Pokemon you think will play a large role in this cup, or what Pokemon you think are fun to use in this cup, etc, etc. So yeah, this is your top list of picks. Some picks that I find interesting are Suicune, definitely, for sure. It is very expensive, but I love the moveset on this guy, on the Lanoon. Definitely be testing him. Other things I like are Alolan Raticate because of its bulk. It has incredible bulk. I also think the Charmers are really interesting. I find it funny that Alolan Marowak is on here. He's kind of a ghost type, but I mean, I suppose he has two legs, but I don't know. I find Raichu and Alolan Raichu really interesting because they're so spammy. Yeah, there's just so many off meta picks that you guys don't really use very often. I do like the moveset of the Zebra. It has a really nice moveset here, and its matchups are pretty good, but ooh, Perugly, that's a really interesting moveset. Wow. But it does get walled by those darks. Yeah, just tell me in the comments down below. Oh, Kangaskhan. One Pokemon I really wanted to use, guys, was Heatmore, because I recently found one in the wild just a couple of feet from my house, and it turned out to be a rank like 20 or rank 30 or something ridiculous. And as you can see, its moveset is really viable. I mean, Fire Spin and Lick are both pretty good fast moves, and then it has Flamethrower, Power Punch, and T-Punch for coverage, which is really good. As you can see, its matchups are pretty decent, but it will kind of get wrecked by the water types. So water types seem to be the most popular type for this cup. As you can see, there's 3 water types in the top 5 spots. So that goes to show how dominant water is in all of the Pokemon franchise. It has a very good typing. It hits pretty hard. It's not very resisted by many things. yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this plays out. I think the lack of Pokemon with fighting moves really is going to let these normal types go ham on the meta. So I really do think certain Pokemon that have things like counter, like for instance Donphan has counter. I think Donphan will have a huge role in this cup because of the fact that it has the counter to do super effective to everything that's normal. As you can see, there's so many of those Pokemon in the cup, so we're just gonna have to see what happens, guys. I'm really curious to see how Alolan Raticate will perform, even with all the charm users in the cup. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're hyped for this new Ferocious Cup announced by the SILPH Arena. And make sure, if you guys found this video helpful or enjoyable, please make sure to smash that subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what your thoughts are. If you have already come up with a team, you're a madman. I give props to you. And also, please let me know what Pokemon you want to run for this cup. And yeah, if you want to support extra in the future for the content I make, you guys can go ahead and follow my Twitter, my Twitch, and if you really want to support the extra amount, guys, there's no pressure. Those of you who do want to support me directly financially can check out my Patreon, right down in the description. So yeah, there's that option for you as well. Yeah, but for the rest of you who are still focusing on the previous cup for this month, which is the Sinister Cup, I wish you all the best of luck for your upcoming tournaments. And yeah, I'll try to push out a lot more videos for these two cups in the coming week or so. So make sure to watch out for those. But until next time, guys, hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you later. Peace.